So today we are making keto brownies. I feel like every good keto recipe blog needs a brownie recipe, right?
Yes, and you actually said to me, we need a brownie recipe. And I said, we have a brownie recipe.
That never happened. That never happened.
So we realized we don't have a video for our delicious brownie recipe. So we are making one today. This recipe we actually came up with a few years ago after we came back from the US, and we had some Nutella, which is like a keto-friendly Nutella. It's really good. You can't get it in Australia, so sorry about that. But we decided to make a hazelnut brownie to go with the
with the Nutella.
And this is what we made, and it's really delicious. And if you've made like our chocolate fudge cake, it's kind of a little bit similar to that, but more like a brownie, and it has hazelnuts in it, which I love nuts in a brownie. So I'll just go through the ingredients that we have. So we have some melted butter. We have got some 90% dark chocolate that Dan's beautifully chopped up. We have got 3 eggs. We have got some cacao powder. We've got some granulated sweetener. This is the sucrin one. It's like a 1-for-1 sugar replacement. And then we also have some sucrin gold, which is like a brown sugar replacement. We've got some almond flour, some vanilla, some salt, and some hazelnuts.
So with the sugar replacements, you can use whatever you can easily access. But the brown sugar, you want it to be like the proper brown sugar replacement.
Yeah, there is a Natvia one.
There is one
in Woolworths now, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, it gives it more of a different kind of flavour and texture. So with the hazelnuts, I did chop some up that are going to go in the brownie, and then I just kept a couple aside and I chopped them in half, which I'm just going to pop on top to decorate. But the first thing we did was melt our butter. I've just got it here in a saucepan, and I'm going to add in our cacao powder to the melted butter in the saucepan, and I'm going to add in the dark chocolate, and then we're just going to leave that for a few minutes for it to melt. Okay, so this is our melted butter, cacao powder, and we use 90% dark chocolate. You could use a less
percentage. So it depends on you know, who you're making it for. We are just eating this, and we actually find it still sweet enough because you're adding sugar and stuff in it.
Not sugar.
Well, sugar replacements. It's sweetened by this stuff, not by the chocolate.
But the higher percentage chocolate you use, the less carbs there is. So I think 90% is the best option for this recipe. But you can see that's just all melted and lovely now. So I'm just going to set that aside while we get our mixture ready. So now we're going to beat up our eggs. Not traditionally done in a brownie, but I do like it in this recipe. So we have got our 3 eggs there. We're going to add some salt and vanilla. And as always, we have the full recipe linked in the description if you would like to check that out and go and make this recipe.
You should definitely make this recipe.
And then we have our sucrin one, which is like our granulated sweetener, and then our sucrin gold, which is our brown sugar replacement. And now we're just going to beat this up, and we're going to do it for about 10 minutes until it's really pale, and it will be like doubled in size, thick and creamy. Okay, so make sure you set a timer, because 10 minutes is way longer than you think. So same with the chocolate fudge cake. But look how kind of thick and creamy and pale that is now. So we're going to add in our chocolate mixture, which we've just had cooling.
Oh, so silky.
So now we're just going to beat this together on low, just gently to combine it. Starting to look like a brownie now.
Like magic, it's chocolate.
Okay, so now we're just going to stir in the last of our ingredients. So we have our almond flour and our hazelnuts. So again, I'm just going to keep some of those for the top. You don't have to do that. And then just fold this in with a spoon or a spatula, not with the beaters. Really get the hazelnuts have such a strong smell, just smells like Nutella to me.
And we'd roasted them just before, so it really has released like a hazelnut aroma in the house.
Okay, so that is our batter done.
Here's the...
Oh, Dan's prepared a tin. Well done.
So patronising.
Okay, let's pop this in.
The edge. I'll let you know what it's like.
Okay. Push it out to the corners a little bit. Okay. Looks good.
So do you put those on top now?
Yeah, I'm just going to sprinkle them on top.
I love chocolate.
How is it?
It's yummy.
Do you like nuts in your brownie? You're going to say no.
I'm not big on nuts in general. Am I? Like, you much prefer a nut than I would. So I've just never been big on nuts.
Okay, so now we are going to pop this into our oven. So we did have our oven preheating at 170. I'm not sure if we mentioned that
We didn't.
before.
We're not very good at remembering to do that either.
So we're going to pop it in the oven for about 20 minutes. Okay.
Brownie is out of the oven. It's been cooling for a while, so it's completely cooled.
Yeah.
Erica just cut a little bit. Now, I wanted to say, I think the serving size on this is quite generous. So from this, a serving size, you get 12 out of this.
Right. I was thinking you got 16. So
Well,
it's
it's 12. It's 12 on the website, and the carbs, net carbs is 3. So even if you had this little bit, that's like maybe 1.5 grams of carbs for a small piece. So
that's enough.
It is. If you just wanted something sweet with your coffee or something, you only need this much.
Yeah, but we obviously went generous with the serving sizes. So as we said, when we made this recipe, we had some Nutella, which is like keto-friendly Nutella that we drizzled on the top. We don't have any anymore, but there are some good options for kind of low sugar Nutella replacements.
Low carb,
This one's probably a good sort of more real ingredient one. So it just has hazelnuts, coconut, and cacao powder. So the coconut gives it the sweetness.
Also, it's a much better texture for drizzling, that one.
Yeah, so it's like a nut butter. And it tastes like a healthy Nutella, shall we say.
This one is from Vitaworks. It is a protein milk chocolate Nutella spread. And this is, well, there's not much of this left, so there's not much to show you. But it's a much thicker consistency.
More like Nutella.
You're not drizzling it, you're literally eating this with a spoon.
You could like just warm it up a little bit and drizzle it if you wanted, but that one has a few more kind of ingredients on it.
Yeah.
But I was just going to drizzle this on top for you, Dan, just to next level it.
Okay.
This one also we got from Low Carb Emporium. This one we got from Vitaworks directly, and they have a white version as well, white chocolate version.
Definitely add the hazelnuts.
Are the nuts in there or the nut butter? The hazelnuts.
Mm-hmm. That crunch texture, just delicious. I mean, it's a delicious brownie. We all know what brownies taste like, but the hazelnut adds an extra kind of feel in your mouth. It's really nice.
I feel like brownie is a good baked good that you can get away with where it doesn't necessarily seem keto.
Yeah.
Like, you could probably give this to most people and they would be like, oh, that's yummy. It's probably like a bit more chocolatey than they're used to because of the darker chocolate. But because it's that fudgy consistency, the almond meal does well, whereas in some other baked goods you can definitely tell it's a low carb version. Would you agree with that after you just tried some?
It's absolutely delicious. You need to try this recipe for sure.
And if you're a Nutella fan, I mean, hazelnuts and chocolate, it's like the magic combination, right? Definitely give this recipe a go. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Comment below if you give it a try. We always love hearing from you and we always respond.
We do. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye. Good.